All right, guys, so we're just going to go through this page using some tech and solving some word problems related to exponential functions. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a new car is purchased for this $40,000 price. Over time, the value of the car depreciates by half every 4 years. Okay, so guys, basically what this means, right? If it depreciates by half, right, that means it's losing half of its value, which means it's keeping half of its value. Okay, so if it's keeping half of its value, I'm going to say that the base is going to be 1/2, right? It's going to retain half of its value. And then the other thing is every 4 years, right? If we have that rate every 4 years, then I want to do my exponent in terms of multiples of every 4 year. Okay, so basically I'm going to write the equation as y equals 40,000. That will be our initial value. Remember we talked about that. Times 1/2 to the t over 4. Okay? Then it says after it reaches 15,000, it depreciates by half every 6 years. So first thing we need to do is figure out how long does it take to go from 40 to 15, and then we can figure out how long it takes to go from 15 to 4. Okay, so for the second part, right, if now it depreciates by half every 6 years, right, then the new equation for this is going to be y equals, now this is the new initial value is going to be 15,000, right, because it only follows this new pattern once it gets to 15,000. So that will be our starting value, and then we'll have 1/2, but now not t over 4, t over 6. Okay? And we want to find the two times. So yeah, for this one, we want to see how long does it take to get to 15,000. So just copy down the equation, set the final value equal to 15,000. Okay, if we wanted to, we could cancel some of these, tens of thousands. I think I have Desmos open. Let's see if I can do that. So I want to do 40. I'm really slow with this, so sorry guys, times x. Times a half, right? It'd be half. Times 0.5 raised, whoops, I don't want it to be a 2. I want an exponent. Where's the exponent? I need a caret. I need a exponential notation. Maybe this isn't the best thing to do, is do this live. Yeah, you know what, guys? Sorry, I'm not even gonna put you through this misery. I'm just gonna do it on my laptop. So I'm gonna graph this equation on Desmos, solve for t. Just give me a second to do that here. I hope you were entertained by me trying to do it on the iPad. Yeah, I'm just graphing this. So 1/2 raised to the x over 4. Okay. Let's do this. Y equals 15. So I'm getting that happens at about 5.66 years. If you guys solve this equation, right? So I'm getting that t is equal to 5.66 years. And then if we solve this one, the one on the right here, right? This one we want it to go to 4. So we're gonna write, just right over here. So we want 4,000 to be equal to 15,000 times 1/2 to the t over 6. Okay, again, if we want, we can make those numbers a little bit smaller. But in this case, if I could change my numbers, so that's not a 40 anymore, it's going to be a 15. The final value is going to be 4, and this is going to be divided by 6. that's 11.44 I'm getting. 11.44 years. So if we add them, right, it's going to take 5.66 plus 11.44 years. And that total, if we add them, is going to be about 17, right? Because it would be like actually 17.1 years, about 16 plus 1.1. Okay? So the key here, right, is when we have depreciation, right, or essentially, I guess what I'm trying to say is the base here, the growth rate is actually a half, because if we're losing half the value, we're retaining 1/2. So this is like, you know, what the item is growing by. So this is not growing in value anymore. It's losing value, but it's retaining half of its value. So for example, if you had a loss of 10%, like my Bitcoin portfolio right now, I think is down about 25% in the last, I don't know, month. Pretty good, pretty good numbers. But a loss of 25% means I almost put a gain, but that would mean that you're retaining 75%, right? So your rate of growth would be 0.75, because it's not 0.25, but it's less than 1, right? So you're only retaining 75% of your investment value if you're losing 25%. Okay, second example. This, I believe, we can just kind of look through and say, term by term, what's happening. So if we go from 40 to 20 to 10 to 5 to 5/2, hopefully we say, hey, this is actually another case where the rate is a half. That is not growth, so I'm going to eliminate C and D right away. And then the other thing that we have is it decay, right? Is it decay based on which of these two? Okay. Option B is wrong, right? If your base is bigger than 1, if your base is bigger than 1, then you have growth. So the answer to this question is A. All right. So hopefully that is helpful. I will post this on YouTube and notify you guys when it's up. Have a great weekend. I will see you soon.